Okay, as I sit here and eat this dragon fruit, last night it dawned on me. I said, okay, I need to make a little short video about this. Anything that needs to be healed in the body most likely the thing that you need to do is get your colon, get all the shit cleared out of you. And when I say stomach, I'm not referring to the part that the stomach. I'm talking about the large intestine, the colon. Over these years, these are some things I've noticed. Headaches. Now, there's someone that I knew personally that had migraines like crazy, and I didn't know then what I know now. And I know headaches can come from any damn thing. But for me particularly, I know that when I get a headache, my colon needs to be clean. I haven't been going to the bathroom like I should be, that I need to be, and I already know that. Since I am pregnant, I've noticed a slow in my bowel movements. Think of it like, imagine you have a line. This is the intake, this is the output. And you're putting things in, and they should go through the system and come out. But when you put things in and they're not coming out at the rate that they're going in, that is backing up in your system, and that puts pressure on the entire system. So when you start to get headaches, ask yourself, have I been pooing after every meal? Do I poo twice a day? Most of the times nowadays people are not, because the meat, the cheese, and all those heavy things are not coming through. They're not coming through as fast as if you ate an apple or ate a salad. And you can track your poo. You can say, okay, you could just do it for fun, which I've been doing for fun a long time. You can eat a salad, right? You can do something different in your diet to where you would notice it when it comes out. And that's how many days that you need to clear out. How many days behind? Oh my God, I had that like 10 days ago or something like that, right? So when the pressure is backing up, you'll get headaches. Another thing I've noticed is you'll get mucus in the throat. When you wake up in the morning, you'll have mucus in your throat all the time. Or if you notice when your stomach is empty, everything is fine. When you don't have no food in your stomach, when your stomach is empty, everything's good. And while you're eating, depending on what you're eating, and after you eat, for a couple hours, you'll just keep swallowing mucus. That is your lymphatic system backed up. But it's backed up because the lymphatic system is backed up. And to clear the lymphatic system, you have to clean the lymphatic system. And to clean the lymphatic system, you need to relieve the colon. And then everything starts flowing again. That's just one part. And remember, all these pieces, they work together. So another thing, I know there's a lot of people, because I was one of them for a while and I had no idea. If you go to sleep and you're laying on your back and you get woken up from back pain, I'm going to show you. The pain is about right here. The pain is about right here. And you have to sit up. It'll wake you up out of your sleep if you got a severe. It'll wake you up out of your sleep. You'll have to sit up. It's going to take 45 minutes for it to go away. Most people will think it's their kidneys. Some people will think they just got back pain. And some people aren't aware enough to distinguish the difference. It's crazy when I learned this. My husband used to tell me years ago, like 20 years ago, 18, you're drinking too much pop, and my favorite was Pepsi years ago, and I was like, man, I can't, and I'll have to sit up. It'll take 45 minutes. I can't take deep breaths. Deep breaths is not a thing. When you wake up, you're taking shallow breaths. If you take a deep breath, it hurts like hell back here. And my husband was like, you need to lay off the pop, and I said, it's not the pop. And he was like, it's the pop, Lex. And I'm like, it's not the pop. And I was like, my grandma been drinking pop for 70 years. Like, it's not the pop. And he's like, yeah, I don't know. And then I realized It was my colon that was backed up. I had too much waste in there. Because every time, and how I come to this conclusion, because every time I said, okay, I'm going to eat my dragon fruits, I'm going to drink my pears. By the way, I can't even eat pears pregnant. They making me nauseated. That's another thing I need to talk about, is the nauseation associated with pregnancy. It dawned on me that people are referring to nausea as like a stomach thing, which I feel like people use stomach as a broad term. So you could talk about your stomach when you're talking about your stomach, or you could be talking about the colon or the small intestines, right? So when I say stomach, I'm talking about stomach. So I felt like, hold on, let me finish the back thing. So once I basically cleaned out my colon and did what I needed to do, and it's not hard if you want to do it. You just eat light and incorporate the things that make you go. For me, it was pears, apples and pears, and dragon fruits. Those are like my top 3 things. I got pregnant. I had a back in April or May. I posted I had a big ass glass of pears. I didn't have no apples, so I just juiced all these pears. These pears made me nauseated. I'm talking about 4 or 5 days, and people were like, "Oh, you got morning sickness. Oh, you got morning sickness." And the morning sickness just didn't like resonate with me. And I was saying yes, but in my mind I was saying, I just don't think that's it. Fast forward, so then it was like day 3, and I'm like, it had to be those pears. It had to be those pears. Sure enough, I tried it later. I had like 3 bites of a pear, and I got nauseated. I just so happened to put the pieces together now. But when that pain comes here, of course it could be kidneys, it could be back pain, it could be all kind of stuff. But see if you can cleanse the colon, and see if when you go to sleep that night or the next couple nights after you are taking good shits, big shits, if you don't notice if that pain goes away. If that pain goes away, you are backed up. So the mucus in the throat, the headaches, the back pain when you're laying down. It can be bad to where you can't lay flat on your back for 3 hours. You'll get woken up with your shallow breaths and in pain, and you have to sit up, and it takes 45 minutes for that pain to go away. I'm happy to report that hasn't happened to me since I caught on. I was like, oh my God, this whole time I needed to release. I needed to get rid of some of that pressure. I didn't know. Nobody told me that, right? And I wanted to tie it in for y'all, because I know it's people that got mucus, headaches and stuff, and they don't know, and they're not going to the doctor, or they're going to the doctor and they're not getting results. I want to see if you cleanse your colon and clean it out, and you'll know when you feel like everything is out or a lot of stuff is out, because you ain't even got to clear it all the way out for you to see changes. You don't. So I wanted to put this out here for someone else who might be having problems. Now, I just wonder that nausea is related not to the stomach, like, oh, I can't eat food, or it's the food. It's the colon. Don't ask me how. I don't know. Someone could probably put it together for me, or I could probably figure it out eventually. But it's the colon, it's not the stomach. Because when I was nauseated, I was eating. I could eat. This went on for like 4 or 5 days. My stomach was just like unsettled. It's like this unsettled feeling. I was just nauseated. I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't have no energy. And I was just like, well, it's not, I'm eating fine. I'm eating what I want to eat. And I'm fine. It's not like I need to throw up. And when I put it together, I was literally on the shitter. So when I was like, I was laying down, all of a sudden my heart starts racing. I got hot, my heart starts racing, I get like saliva in my mouth, so that I'm already knowing, okay, I'm about to throw up. But then I get to the shitter and I don't throw up at all. I just had to shit. And that's when it dawned on me. I was like, this nausea thing, well, I know it's tied, the stomach, all that is tied in together, but maybe it's just me. Maybe I was the only one thinking that, so I'll say that. But I always thought, when I thought of nausea, I thought of like stomach, like food going down right now. You can't. But I didn't know about the colon. For me, I felt like the nausea had something to do with the colon, because of how long it was and how many days it played out. And then I had those pears. I mean, the food with the pears with the colon, because when like I said, the pears will clean you out. So I don't know if I got cleaned out so bad, so much, and it left like a big ass empty spot in my stomach and left it unsettled. I don't know. In my colon, I don't know what happened. All I know is that the pears, I cannot eat pregnant. So far, I can't eat them pregnant, but they do clean you out. So I would definitely recommend, if that's what you want to do. And there's also herbs and stuff you can use too. And you just drink a bunch of water behind it, you're going to go to the bathroom. So if y'all have those symptoms, I would definitely recommend clearing out your stomach. And not just that. If your face is broken out, clean the colon. Just clean the colon and you tell me what happens. Try to maintain it, because who wants to keep going back and forth through all of that?